Hey, it's James, Parents' Rights and Resources, hashtag how I got custody. So here's 4 things or 4 categories of what I'm usually trying to present to the court when I go to court for trial or a motion for a temporary order. I've been in and out of court for 19 years in my daughter's life, unfortunately. I had gaps of a year or two. We didn't go to court, but we were in and out of court for modifications, contempt, all kinds of stuff. And I represented myself without an attorney and destroyed the mother's attorney. A short period of time I had attorneys, but the first one sucked. The second one, he let me do everything, write everything, assemble my trial notebook papers, and tell him what to say in court. But 4 things. First of all, I start with the law. And anybody can Google law. If you're in Minnesota, Minnesota custody factors, best interest of child, parenting plan. You'll find the law. And most laws say the court has to do. And when you read the law, read every single word. It says the court shall consider. So you can tell the court, you have to consider this because that's what the law says. And the judge is under law. But most attorneys are a bunch of sissy little, fruity little cowards who like, oh, I don't want to talk to the judge harshly. You can tell a judge what he has to do. You can tell a referee in a football game that got a call holding or a late hit out of bounds or face mask. Why can't you do that to the judge who's a referee in your case? Your coach, your lawyer won't do that because he's a little punk simp. And the system is the way that it is. But I cite the law and what in my flow page, if you go to my Instagram link, if this is TikTok, go to my Instagram link, then go on Instagram, click the link in my bio, that's my flow page. If you scroll all the way down, you'll see links to certain states. Some of those states have laws, like the Washington one. When I talk about the RCW, the court has to consider who's performing parenting functions. Then it defines parenting functions. And a lot of guys win on that, exercising appropriate judgment. A lot of the mothers don't do that. Maintaining appropriate relationships. A lot of them are depriving the child of a father, the most important relationship. So I'll tell the judge, hey, the factors in the law favor giving me custody. So the law. Number 2, you talk about the science. In my flow page, again, in the section says must see for dad. When you go to my flow page, near the top, must see for dads and moms. There's 3 links about the science of absent fathers and how children suffer. Children need shared parenting. But actually, the statistics on absent fathers isn't when a father is abandoning the child. It's when a father is not in the home full time. So if you have a parenting plan that's short of the father being in full time, those children are at risk. So grow some balls and fight for that. Number 3, then you have your evidence. Declarations from people who've seen me with my child, say I'm a good parent and all that stuff, text messages, emails. So the law, the science, and then my supporting evidence. And then 4, I try and have some kind of tugging on the heartstring argument. Like I'll say, look, this isn't about me versus the mother as much as it is what's best for the child. The most which home is more loving? Which home is more stable? Which home doesn't have violence? Which home doesn't have toxic, undermining, and alienating? It's my home. My home happens to be the safest home. Now, if the mother gets help for her mental illness and anger management or takes parenting classes, we can co-parent, then great, we should share the kid. So, but until then, my home is the best home.